come from different places, different paths, different spaces, bringing so many questions, bringing our pain. We come from different families. Each of us has a story. Stumbling into the light, I see people like you and me. In this room, we listen to the truth that sets us free. In this room, we open our hearts and we can clearly see how the path has brought us all right here. We're safe, we're strong, our friends are near. And there is nothing left to fear, 'cause we're home in this room. In this room, we value complete acceptance of who we are. In this room, we walk towards complete forgiveness. In this room, we learn. The learning never ends. And we can choose anytime we want to begin again. In this room, we listen to the truth that sets us free. In this room, we open our hearts and we can clearly see how the path has brought us all right here. We're safe, we're strong, our friends are near. And there is nothing left to fear, 'cause we're home in this room. In this room, there's gold dust in the air. In this room, possibilities everywhere. In this room we stand when our hearts are torn. In this room, a new way of being together is being born. In this room, we listen to the truth that sets us free. In this room, we open our hearts and we can clearly see how the path has brought us all right here. We're safe, we're strong, our friends are near. And there is nothing left to fear, 'cause we're home in this room. In this room, we open our hearts. In this room, we grow together. In this room, we accept one another. And we learn We all come from different places, different paths, different spaces, bringing so many questions, bringing our pain. We come from different families. Each of us has a story. Stumbling into the light, I see people like you and me. In this room, we listen to the truth that sets us free. In this room, we open our hearts and we can clearly see how the path has brought us all right here. We're safe, we're strong, our friends are near. And there is nothing left to fear, 'cause we're home in this room. In this room, we value complete acceptance of who we are. In this room, we walk towards complete forgiveness. In this room, we learn. The learning never ends. And we can choose anytime we want to begin again. In this room, we listen to the truth that sets us free. In this room, we open our hearts and we can clearly see how the path has brought us all right here. We're safe, we're strong, our friends are near. And there is nothing left to fear, 'cause we're home in this room. In this room, there's gold dust in the air. In this room, possibilities everywhere. In this room we stand when our hearts are torn. In this room, a new way of being together is being born. In this room, we listen to the truth that sets us free. In this room, we open our hearts and we can clearly see how the path has brought us all right here. We're safe, we're strong, our friends are near. And there is nothing left to fear, 'cause we're home in this room. In this room, we open our hearts. In this room, we grow together. In this room, 'cause in this room we know each other in this room. In this room. We all come from different places, different paths, different spaces, bringing so many questions, bringing our pain. We come from different families. Each of us has a story. Stumbling into the light, I see people like you and me. In this room, we listen to the truth that sets us free. In this room, we open our hearts and we can clearly see how the path has brought us all right here. We're safe, we're strong, our friends are near. And there is nothing left to fear, 'cause we're home. In this room. In this room, we value complete acceptance of who we are. In this room, we walk towards complete forgiveness. In this room, we learn. The learning never ends. And we can choose anytime we want to begin again. In this room, we listen to the truth that sets us free. In this room, we open our hearts and we can clearly see how the path has brought us all right here. We're safe, we're strong, our friends are near. And there is nothing left to fear, 'cause we're home. In this room. In this room, there's gold dust in the air. In this room, possibilities everywhere. In this room we stand when our hearts are torn. In this room, a new way of being together is being born. In this room, we listen to the truth that sets us free. In this room, we open our hearts and we can clearly see how the path has brought us all right here. We're safe, we're strong, our friends are near. And there is nothing left to fear, 'cause we're home. In this room. come from different.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. All right, so we're going to do our first community song. Good morning, Harry. Let's do our first community song. So I want to say something about this song because Eamon sent me some information that I had already seen. But here's the challenge when we're trying to figure out who wrote some of these older songs. You get a bunch of different results. So I have always known this to be a Shirley Caesar song that she certainly performed. And some places say she wrote it, and some places say Bill Gaither and a whole team of people wrote it. So here's the reality. I'll know who wrote it, because it wasn't me. If it had been me, I would know with absolute certainty. But here's what I do know, that it is a brilliant song that gets a truth anchored in our cells, that this joy that we have, the world didn't give it and the world can't take it away. The love that we have, that we are, the world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. Bottom line is, the world didn't give us squat, so the world can't take it away. That's the message of this song. So whoever wrote it, thank you. And we're going to sing it. Here we go. You might need to move that up a little bit, Vaughn. There we go. Here we go. Get some rhythm going here. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. This love that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This love that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This love that I have, the world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. This peace that I have, this peace that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This peace that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This peace that I have, the world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. Okay, new level of ownership. This joy that I am, world didn't give it to me. This joy that I am, the world didn't give it to me. This joy that I am, the world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. This love that I am, this love that I am, the world didn't give it to me. Come on now. This love that I am. The world didn't give it to me. This love that I am. The world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it. The world can't take it away. This peace that I am. This peace that I am. The world didn't give it to me. This peace that I am. The world didn't give it to me. This peace that I am. The world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it. The world can't take it away. Get that in there. The world didn't give it. The world can't take it away. The world didn't give it. The world can't take it away. Ha ha! There we go. Whew. All right, Miss Deborah. All yours, Miss Deborah.
Got excited. All right. Can you help me a little bit? Okay. Good morning, beloveds. Good to see all you beautiful people this morning. My name is Deborah Ellis, and I am grateful to be here this morning. I serve as one of your licensed practitioners here at Columbia Baltimore Center. Welcome to our Sunday celebration, whether you are here in person or joining us virtually. We would greatly appreciate it if you would help bring more of us together in spiritual community. That's okay. She's sharing. If you'd help bring more of us together in spiritual community by sharing this live stream on whatever social media platforms you use, whenever it's convenient for you. And we thank you. If this is your first time experiencing Columbia Center for Spiritual Living, welcome. We want you to know, whoever you are, whatever your path, wherever you are on that spiritual path, you are welcome and celebrated here. Now let's reaffirm who we are and what we're about. Our vision is contributing to a world that works for everyone. We are a diverse community of belonging and growth, sharing the light and joy within ourselves while learning to see it in others. We are a welcoming, inclusive spiritual center where everyone can be seen and heard, and we lovingly practice the principles of science of mind in the world. So here are a few ways you can connect with and engage in spiritual community. The spiritual support ministry offerings are 365 days of richer living, reading, meditation, and prayer daily at 6 a.m. Eastern Time. And that happens online on Facebook. So you can watch anytime if you're not up at 6 a.m. Just for today, eclectic readings, interactive discussion, meditation, and prayer, Tuesday through Saturday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Again, that's online. And the Women's Circle gathering. The Women's Circle is a loving gathering of spiritually minded women who discuss their perspectives, experience, and exploration of spirituality and how they are incorporating the science of mind principles into their daily living. If you are aware of any local or online community events that you believe support spiritual living, please email the information at columbiacsl.com or text it to 410-750-8559. Remember, you can get all this information in detail by checking our website calendar at columbiacsl.com/events or email your questions to info@columbiacsl.com. Call, text our office at 410-750-8559. 8559. Are you the missing piece? There are numerous Sunday service opportunities. We have video tech team, audio tech team, the welcome team, the hospitality team, the readers, and hosts. There are sign-up sheets on the welcome table, which is right back there. So please take a look and sign up to serve your community. So speaking of engagement, we come together on Sundays to celebrate life. So let's get to it with our next community song.
All right. Because if I use both of these microphones, it's not going to be pretty. Okay, real quickly about the sign-up sheets for the service. And Deborah wouldn't know to say this because she doesn't even know I did it. There are descriptions of each of the service opportunities over there. And then there is a sign-up sheet for those that are interested in learning about the different service things. Give us your name, your email, and your phone number, and check which things you're interested in, and someone will contact you to follow up. There's a separate sign-up sheet for people that are already engaged, that are having trouble accessing the Google Doc, to where you can sign up, and then those will get transferred to the master Google Doc. So there's two separate things going on. Okay. This is where we begin to shift our attention from here to here. And so we're going to start that with Karen Drucker's song, Let Go of the Shore. And I invite you to really let the music and the words and your own relationship with them just gently take you inward. Float Thank you, Karen Drucker. All right. So now is our time where we're going to explore how we're all living our community spiritual value of service. Would you be so kind as to run the microphone for me? I will. Thank you. I mean, what's she going to say? No? She would if she didn't want to. Trust me. Been doing this dance a few years. All right. So how is service? How are you living service? And Deborah will bring you the microphone so that the folks online can hear you. Amen.
Just finding ways to assist others, like bringing in neighbors' trash cans and other different ways.
Nice.
Hi. I carry love in my heart and emanate that out around me. And that helps with the whole feeling of my life. I need to remember to do that all the time.
Nice.
It's not easy to me,
Nice.
but it needs to be done.
See, sometimes service can just be the energy we carry. It's not necessarily doing anything, per se. Who else? How are you living service, the value of service?
Well, first off, I love singing here. That's an act of service. But really, one of the things I really love to do is put out positivity and love and light on my Facebook and to everybody in general. And I try to help out as many people as I possibly can.
Nice. Thank you. And if you don't follow Felicia on Facebook and you need to chuckle every once in a while, I highly recommend. There's a level of ridiculousness that is just wonderful. Who else? Michelle.
By being accountable for my behaviors in society and the world, and what like the wake I make when I make a splash, where my actions, who they can affect, and excusing others who aren't aware of that type of thing to make just everything flow smoother in the...
Beautiful. Thank you. Taking responsibility for the wave of impact we create. That's a tremendous service to ourselves and to all of creation. Thank you. Anybody else?
I think for me, just
It's on.
just staying in awareness, because opportunities, whether it be presencing or doing, are always around, and just staying aware, and if I'm in the moment and in the spot, to use it as an opportunity.
Thank you. Anybody else? Don't want to leave anybody out that wants to share.
I wanted to share.
Okay.
So when I think of service as my value, I recognize that there are things that I don't want to do, that I do want to say no to. And oftentimes those are the things that I need to do, I get to do. So service is also about doing what I need to do and what I get to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. So service has been a tremendous journey for me over particularly the last 42 years in this program that is 100% based on service. And what I've learned is to do little things that I don't get any credit for. Right? Like when I was told once at Christmas time to get one of those little spiral notebooks, just the little one, and walk around and write Merry Christmas, tear it off and put it under somebody's windshield wiper until I ran out of paper. Hey. Now, nobody know who did that, but I'm sure it brightened up some days. And to random acts of service, right? We're good with random acts of kindness, but how about random acts of service? And the other thing that I got to do for a whole year is every day take a walk and pick up trash wherever I walked. Now, there was a caveat. What I was instructed to do is every time I picked up a piece of trash was to speak a blessing and a positive prayer for whoever left it there. It changes us when we do those things. It changes us. All right. So now we're on to the wheel. For those of them, we do have some new folks here today. The wheel is a divine idea in the mind of creation to give the service back to the community. And so we invite questions from the community, and they go on the wheel. And then on Sunday morning, I spin the wheel to see how the talk is going to be contextualized for that day. I have no idea what's coming until I do this. The wheel needs some WD-40. How do I, quote, know spiritual truth? Okay. So, I will take that into prayer and contemplation while we move into our time of, hang on. That's not going to work. Yeah, but I still have to fix this because otherwise it's going to fall off. All right. So we're going to go into our candle lighting and our sacred reading and then into our meditation and prayer.
Maybe I'll leave it on. Our founder, Reverend Dr. Ernest Holmes, was a dedicated study and a great synthesizer, identifying the common and connecting threads within the various religions, philosophies, and ancient wisdom teachings of the world. Science of Mind is the synthesis of Ernest Holmes' lifetime of study. Let us breathe together as we light a candle honoring some of these faith traditions. As we light the first candle, we honor Christianity as a path of love and forgiveness. As we light the second candle, we honor Buddhism as a path of compassion and four noble truths. As we light the third candle, we honor Judaism as a path of ethical living through sacred law. As we light the fourth candle, we honor Baha'i as a path of unity and peace. As we light the fifth candle, we honor Islam as a path of surrendering to the will of God as the highest calling. As we light the sixth candle, we honor Confucianism as a path of deliberate tradition. As we light the seventh candle, we honor Taoism as a path of harmony and balance. As we light the eighth candle, we honor all indigenous peoples' traditions as paths that recognize and honor spirit in all of creation. As we light the ninth candle, we honor Shintoism as a path of optimism and the inherent goodness of humanity. As we light the 10th candle, we honor Hinduism as a path of knowledge, action, and devotion. As we light the 11th candle, we honor Akan as a path that honors the divine, ancestors, and nature. As we light the 12th candle, we honor all New Thought philosophies as a path of adherence to universal spiritual principles of love and law. As we light this final candle, we honor the multiplicity and diversity within the wholeness of creation as sacred. Namaste, and so it is. Today's reading is from the SOM Magazine Daily Guide, March 31st, 2023, by Reverend Dr. Michael Gott. Uniquely gifted, uniquely called. We begin with two quotes, the first by John O'Donohue in Anam Cara, a book of Celtic wisdom. We do not need to go out to find love. Rather, we need to be still and let love discover us. And from Ernest Holmes in this thing called You, I believe in myself because I believe in God. Everything is an expression of the one perfect power and presence that is spirit. There is no separation. Therefore, the universe is a perfect self-supporting system. Nothing is extraneous, nothing is lacking. God gives to God what is needed by God for the infinite supply of God. Enter you, uniquely, wondrously gifted you. Everything about you is right. Everything that has occurred in your life is an invitation to discover the true power of your being. When you place yourself consciously in this perspective, life will open to you as never before. You will begin to see what you thought was a character flaw actually shaped you beautifully in becoming compassionate towards others who struggle. You will understand that you are given your particular gifts and talents because there are others who will benefit from your willingness to use them. You are uniquely called. You are uniquely gifted. Someone once said, Spirit doesn't call the equipped, Spirit equips the called. By your simple willingness to show up in authenticity, you will be supported and guided by divine creativity and intelligence. Everything is happening for you, not to you. You will be given exactly the right opportunities to shine your light and help others discover their unique and precious gifts. Be yourself as fully and freely as you can, and see how big and beautiful and blessed your life becomes. Affirm, I am a blessing. I am willing to be my authentic self more fully and more freely than ever before. I step boldly into this life as my true self, and I am met by love, by power, by peace, and by joy. I am a blessing. And so it is.
In the silence there is peace. In the silence there is unspoken joy. In the silence there's release from a world full of chaos and noise. So I wait for these precious moments when I hear all that could never be said, and right here in this holy silence I find God, I find myself. So I wait for these precious moments when I hear all that could never be said, and right here God, I find
I invite you to join me with a deep breath in and exhale. That gift of life, every breath, that gift that flows through all of creation, that one power, one presence, one life that is everywhere present in every moment, in every situation. Everywhere present in every moment, in every situation. And that includes us in every moment. This power and presence we know is that which is most high, most pure, always and only unconditional love that is flowing and pouring forth in every moment without question, without measure, because that is God and that is life. And we know that each and every one of us is an expression of God in creation. And so we come back to this center. We come back to this truth, this spiritual truth. The question that we have after spinning the wheel today. How do we know spiritual truth? We know it by going within and reconnecting the source of our being. And so I speak this in the I am on behalf of all of us. I am an expression of the divine. I recognize in every point of creation, in every living being, whatever the form, whatever its purpose, there is God in expression. And so I choose to be responsible. I choose to be respectful and honoring. I choose to be that presence of love in every moment. And wherever I may be out of alignment with that, I just simply pause, press my invisible pause button, and I ask myself, God, what would love look like here? And in every time, something immediately comes into awareness that is that change, that is that realignment, that is that expression of being that emissary to life. And so with grateful heart, with the joy of being of service, we say, thank you, God. We know what love looks like, and we agree to be that love in expression. And so it is.
Good morning, everyone here and home. So this is an artist that I've just discovered. So I'm hoping that you all will love her as much as I do. I want to see the day when justice rolls like the mighty river floods out of control. May that day be today when together we say, let justice roll. Let justice roll. I want to see the day when love shakes the ground, when the walls that separate come tumbling down. May that day be today when together we say, let love shake the ground. Love shake the I want to see the day when we stand tall and the heavy hand of oppression's finally gone. May that day be today when together we say, precious Lord, come lead us on. God, lead us on. God, lead us on. God, lead us on. May that day be today when together we say, precious God, come lead us on.
I'm just saying. I've already said it. Just silence says it all. Let me set this up for Miss Deborah. So when I put this back over here, she knows what she's doing. And turn that off. All right. Let's take a breath together. So, we are continuing with our annual theme, First Thing First. And you get to decide what that is. And if your life is anything like mine, the first thing keeps changing. And so just because the first thing was first yesterday is no indication that that will be the first thing at noon today. Just saying. It seems like a simple thing. It's really an exercise to be present. So we're wrapping up our July journey. We've done the 7th step, and today we're finishing up the 7th tradition from a metaphysical perspective. And that tradition tells us that every group, every spiritual community ought to be fully self-supporting, declining outside contributions. And we talked briefly last week about the broad scope of that we don't sell our identity to corporate sponsors for anything, for any reason. We also don't sell control of the community to the highest tither. And that's news to some people. My first day on the job at one of the places I was the senior minister, somebody walked through the door. I had not been there a half an hour yet. And they showed up in my office with a check for $10,000 explaining to me that it was for the music ministry of which this individual was the leader, and that they would use that $10,000 to pay people as they saw fit. And I took a breath. And I prayed before I spoke. Because in the earthly realm, what was being proposed is patently illegal. It is self-giving under 501c3 regulations, and you just can't do it. But there was a bigger issue at play here. There was an issue that I get to buy control of a whole section of the center with my money. No, you don't. And there was a big issue going on inside of Rafe. This is your first day on the job. You are in so much trouble. There's no way you can do this right. I mean, there was all kinds of noise going on in there. And what I said was, I appreciate your generosity. And I need you to understand that what you're proposing is, first of all, illegal. And second of all, it's out of spiritual alignment. And so if you would like to give your money to the general fund, I'm happy to receive it. And if you're not, thank you, but no thank you. Every cell in my body was vibrating with fear. Because this was a small center, and 10 grand made a huge difference. And the person took a breath, and we had a conversation, and they gave the money, and they shifted. And a beautiful relationship began. Right? It takes courage for us to be self-supporting. It takes courage. Because there are people, I know another minister who had a donor who literally gave probably a third of the budget. And this is a huge center that had $1 million budget. And when the center started talking about justice from a spiritual perspective, the individual approached the senior minister and said, either this stops or I go, and my money goes with me. And the senior minister said, I love you, I respect your choice, and I hope you find a place that you're happy at. Because if we're for sale, who are we? Who are we? Do we even have a foot in spiritual alignment if our center is for sale? That doesn't mean it's easy to not be for sale when the checkbook is right there. Because all of this takes money. Right? The Hawthorne Center, we have a wonderful, long relationship with the Hawthorne Center, but it's still not so wonderful that they just say, come on in, use the building, take your time. You don't need to pay us anything. That's not how it happens. Any more than, as much as I love being a minister and can't imagine doing anything else, I need to get paid because I can't go into the grocery store and say, hi, just coming to get my stuff. And they go, great, Rev, so glad for your service in the world. Get your stuff and go. That's not how it happens. Really, PG&E hasn't put a special sticker on our meter that we don't get charged. That's not how it happens. Right? So we have to be fully self-supporting. The folks that show up here in the morning and set up the sound equipment, that set up the information table, that set up the treats on the back table, they are making us self-supporting through their contributions. Right? So if you get a chance, thank them. We thank them from up here, but you get to thank them from right here. And you get to join in. You get to join in. And there is always something you can do. Now, here we're not allowed to set up the chairs, so don't even offer. It's a workman's comp thing, and we're not allowed to do it. We can move them once they're set up, but we can't set them up. I learned that when I moved a table. Apparently there's video footage of me getting the table out and unfolding it and setting it up, and somebody got in trouble. I'm like, I'm sorry. You know, so we have constraints because of where we are. Here's the piece. This is self-supporting, right? When you have a question and you bravely present it for the wheel, you are helping this community be self-supporting because you're helping what gets talked about. Did you think of that as being self-supporting? Probably not. But it is, because the infinite in you is asking the question so that the infinite can answer the question. Because we're all benefiting from the question. Right? How do we know the truth? We recognize it. You recognize the truth. It's not a big, huge discussion. I'm going to go out on a limb and say none of you has ever engaged in a debate about whether or not you have a right and a left foot. You just know you do. I'm not talking about dancing. That's a whole nother thing. That's an analogy. But you have a right foot and you have a left foot and you just use them. You don't argue about it. You don't justify it. You just use them. Right? Truth is the same way. You know it when you experience it. More importantly, you know it when you don't. Right? You know it when it's out of alignment. Right? If I'm leading these songs and the pitch is right here and I'm singing right here, you're going to hear that. Hey, because even your body, most of it happens in the spine, that beautiful vibration column. When something is just slightly off pitch, the spine goes, stop it! You recognize it by resonance. And so when something is out of resonance, you know something's not true. Are you willing to explore what it is? Most of us just want to throw the baby out with the bathwater, or we just want to avoid the issue altogether. What if there is truth hidden in the untruth? Are you willing to dig for it? Right? Many of you have heard the story about the psychologist who's studying two children. One is being studied for their reaction to overstimulation, and one is being studied for their reaction to deprivation. And so this little kid in the room with all of the toys, obviously being studied for overstimulation, right? And the psychologist has the cameras watching these kids. The other kid's in a room full of horse manure. Deprivation. So he's watching the kid with all the toys, and he's having a ball, and then all of a sudden he starts throwing things and crying and complaining, and he looks over at the kid in the room full of manure, and he's just contemplating. And so he goes, looks back at the kid with all the toys, and now he's just in a full meltdown. And he looks back over at the kid in the room full of manure, and he's found a shovel, and he is just singing and whistling and shoveling and having himself a party. And the psychologist is like, I'm so confused. So he goes and talks to the kid that has all the toys, mostly because he wants to hurry up and get done with him so he can go talk to the other kid. And he's like, I don't get it. I gave you every toy known to humanity, and you're miserable. And all the kid could do was launch into his list of this didn't work right, and I thought this would do this, and just one complaint after another. And finally the psychologist was like, okay, whatever. I got to go talk to this kid. And he gets over there in the room with the kid with the horse manure, and he's like, kid, help me out. I'm an extremely learned man, and I don't understand what's happening here. I put you in a room full of manure thinking that you would be miserable, and here you are, filled with joy, having a blast. What is up, dude? And the kid stopped shoveling, and he looked at him and he said, mister, here's how I figure it. With all this shit, there has got to be a pony in here somewhere. Are we willing to find the pony? Are we willing to acknowledge that that our head is full of crap and get out a shovel and find the pony? Are we willing to do the work? And are we willing to have a blast while we do it? It's one of my favorite stories. Because it's not like the kid was being miserable looking for the pony. The kid was excited. There's a pony in here. I don't care what I have to go through to get it. What if we approached our spiritual journey the same way? What if you knew that the pony you're looking for is already looking at you in the mirror? What if you knew that? That which you are seeking is already seeking you. Life is self-fulfilling. I will keep saying this until they don't let me say it anymore. You are a one of a kind. Intentional, on purpose, never to be repeated. Smile in the heart of creation itself. It has one desire that relates specifically to you, and that is to know itself as you. Not to know itself as you can morph yourself to be what somebody else wants you to be. It just wants you to do you, boo. Seriously. I hear the infinite say that to me at some point every day. Just do you, boo. Just do you. It doesn't want me to be somebody else. And it doesn't care what anybody else thinks about me. It doesn't care what the government legislates. It really doesn't. What's really interesting is the more joyful and the more at peace I get being a transgender man in this society, the more criticized I am for being joyful and at peace. I must not be paying attention. I am not miserable enough. Seriously, I cannot make this stuff up, people. Because see, we're so deep in the trench of the crap that we don't give ourselves permission to be joyful anymore. If you're not miserable, you're not paying attention. Here's one. If you're not amused, you're not paying attention. We are funny monkeys, people. I'm amazed, I am amused that we think we're the highest on the food chain. We are some of the dumbest animals I have ever encountered. Seriously. Many of you no, I grew up in the hood. All right? We can relate what happens in the hood to a rabbit. If a rabbit hears a sound, it goes which direction? Away from the sound. Human beings, particularly melanin-deprived human beings, and this is just my experience, they hear a gunshot, they want to go see what's happening, and they go toward the gunshot. Really? We're the smartest on the food chain? How? That's not even remotely smart. But we do it. That makes you miserable? Tell me more. We love our drama, and we're lying if we say we don't. When someone talks about an event in their life, are you listening for how they are? Or do you ask for more details of the drama? Most of us, really? Well, did. And we even add to the drama with our questions. Especially if we know you, because now we want to know if so-and-so was involved. That is not kind. It's not helpful. And it just keeps us all sick and stuck in the misery that we have validated as our norm. It's not self-supporting of life, it's self-supporting of death. It is. When we value the excitement of misinformation more than we are willing to do the work of truth, that is not life supporting. That is death supporting. We can show it physically. When we talk about meditation, but we're unwilling to meditate, and then you're frustrated because your physical being isn't working well, start meditating. Start with healing your body with spiritual practice. Right? I'm going to wrap up with this. Because it's easy for life to be self-supporting if we just stop all the stuff that's not self-supporting. We don't have to create things to do. We have to stop doing things that get in the way. Right? I'll date myself here. Anybody else in the room remember hee-haw? You remember when the guy would go to the doctor and he said, "Doctor, every time I do this, it hurts." And the doctor would smack him with a rubber chicken and say, "Then stop doing that." There's your focus for the week. Right? Where are you in that process? Right? Are you doing something that you know full well every time you do it, it hurts? And rather than stopping it, you're still in a place where you need to go to somebody and say, "Every time I do this, it hurts." Or are you the one who people are coming to, and now you get to be the doctor and find yourself a rubber chicken? Then stop doing that. Love each other enough to say, "Then stop it." Love each other enough to refuse to participate in the drama. Now, that comes with a warning label. Most of the time, it will piss your friends off. When you refuse to participate in their drama, they are going to judge you because they are going to extrapolate that you're judging them. It may not be pretty. And if you love them, risk everything. I think it was Anais Nin that said, "If you risk nothing, you risk even more." If you risk nothing, you risk even more. Stop living safe. You are a self-supporting being. How much safer can you be? Life is supporting you. It is nurturing you. Stop separating yourself from it. Stop cutting yourself off from the eternal umbilical cord that nourishes you, that is you. Love yourself enough to own all of you. Every messy moment of you. Own it all. Because God already does. Let's take this into prayer. One power that is everywhere present. One energy that is the source and substance of all. By whatever name I call it, the quantum field, consciousness, creation, God, Buddha, Allah, Spirit, the great mystery, matters not. Because it is each of those things and more. It is the indefinable, unlimited allness, the isness that expresses itself as life. As the unformed and the formed, as the seen and the unseen. Always 100% fully infused and present in its creation, because it is as its creation. And so to know truth is to know what is present. To know God is to know myself in the silence. So I claim and affirm, knowing that what is true of me is true of all creation, that we are each awakening. Each expression of life is awakening to its divine self in its own perfect divine journey. No two journeys intended to be the same. And so I claim and affirm that I trade criticism, and in its place, curiosity. That I live in the intrigue rather than a culture that cancels differences. I claim and affirm the magnificence of the individuation of one in multiplicity. As I know me, I know all, and yet each is so uniquely expressing. I commit to the reciprocity of knowing all in order to know me. And to share all of me to be known by the divine. And knowing that the word spoken is the word fulfilled, I know that this is already complete, that the prayer is the answer, received by the activity, the doer of creation, the law in the creative process, and it's already been acted upon, and it's already been made so there's nothing to do but live it. There's no waiting period. And so I let go of all of the nonsense that would block my experience of it. And I simply step into this glorious divine yes. And let it be my experience, my life, my truth. Ashe. Shalom. Aho. Amen. Amen. And so it is. Just take a breath.
Thank you.
I love you. All right, Miss Deborah. Get you turned back on there. The red sticker.
Love you for my red flags. I would like to invite Felicia. And Amen. To come sit up as we move into our time of conscious giving. There are several ways to give today. You can text the word give to 410-498-6175, or you can mail a check to 659 Cog Court, Millersville, Maryland, 21108. You can access our giving portal on our website at columbiacsl.com/donate. Once accessed, you can give a one-time gift or set up a reoccurring gift. If you have any challenges, please reach out to me, or Rev Rafe, or a board member, so they can assist you, so we can assist you. So, I invite you now to join me in affirming our community's prosperity. I affirm that the abundance of creation is my abundance. I give freely as creation gives to me. I give through this Center for Spiritual Living to ensure its continued availability to all spiritual seekers. And ushers, please collect the gifts. Receive the gifts. Oh, baskets. Collect, receive, bring forth baskets. Okay. All right. Boy, clearly I still need practice as your host, don't I? But thank you all for being so gracious. All right. Where are we now? What? Come with you.
All right. So this song, which I love with all my soul, we sing. Oh, calm down now. All right. we sang this song during COVID when we were all doing videos and everything was online. And we did a video, and that video did so amazing. It's still circulating somewhere around there on the interwaves. So we had to bring it back.
Yeah.
We had to bring it back.
This is the divine message to each of us.
Yes, because we need more love. Woo, we need more love. I'm ready.
Listen, baby, ain't no mountain high, ain't no valley low, ain't no river wide enough, baby.
If you need me, call me, no matter where you are, no matter how far.
Don't worry, baby.
Just call out my name, I'll be there in a hurry. You don't have to worry, 'cause baby, there ain't no mountain high enough, ain't no valley low enough, ain't no river wide enough to keep me from getting to you, babe.
Remember the day I set you free? I told you you could always count on me, darling. From that day on, I made a vow I'll be there when you want me some way, somehow.
Don't you know that there ain't no mountain high enough, ain't no valley low enough, ain't no river wide enough to keep me from getting to you, babe.
Oh, darling.
No wind, no rain, no winter's cold can stop me, baby.
No, no, baby.
But you are my love, oh baby. My love is alive deep down in my heart, although we are miles apart.
If you ever need a helping hand,
I'll be there on a double, just as fast as I can. Don't you know that there ain't no mountain high enough, ain't no valley low enough, ain't no river wide enough to keep me from getting to you, babe. Don't you know that there ain't no mountain high enough, ain't no valley low enough, ain't no river wide enough to keep me from getting to you, babe. Don't you know that there ain't no mountain high enough, ain't no valley low enough, ain't no river wide enough to keep me from getting to you, babe.
God, I just love how love just gently guides. I feel so safe here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I speak a word joyfully, a word of blessing, a word of thanksgiving for these gifts that have been given, that extend from here in this form of money, reaching out over the mountains, over the seas, present, doing good work in the world. So thankful, so grateful this morning for this and even greater than I could speak right now. So I simply just accept this, receive this on behalf of our community in great gratitude. And I release now into that alchemy of love and law that has already said yes. Yes and yes and yes. And so it is.
So it is.
Okay. All right. I think if I take this off, it'll be better. All right. So today, it's my privilege to thank those who have made today's service happen. Our musicians, Felicia Taylor, Amen, and Reverend Rafe. Woohoo! Our video and live stream tech team, Jesse Dabbs and Zeta Johnson-Betts. And Vaughn. Thank you, Vaughn. Our reader, Megan Rivera. Our hospitality team member, Rita Miller. And who else with you today, Rita? Who else? Nancy. Oh, she's the welcoming team. Okay, Kip. So sorry. Just follow the directions here, Deb, and you'll be fine. Our welcome team, Nancy Wilson. And our online engagement team, Frank Mastoris, our ministerial student, soon to be licensed minister, that we're so grateful for. Thank you, Frank, for engaging online today. Our ushers, Laura and Nancy. And everyone else that assisted in setting up before service, and everyone that will assist breaking down after service. We thank you, thank you. Thank you, each and every one of you, for attending. We welcome our new guests and visitors, and if you're just feeling new today, and even if you're an oldie but goodie, just thank you for being here. Prayer support. Now, there are ways to receive prayer support here today. So prayer support is available, and here are the ways. You can request a prayer by sending an email to prayer@columbiacsl.com. You can request prayer by completing a prayer request form over there on the table. And Reverend Jenna will be available to pray with you immediately after service in the lobby area behind the shogi screen. So please keep your socialization in here in the sanctuary to reduce noise and increase privacy for those receiving prayer in the lobby area. If you desire spiritual support beyond prayer, some of our licensed practitioners are available to provide you with spiritual guidance and coaching through paid practitioner sessions. Each practitioner sets their own schedule and fees, so reach out to whoever you want to work with. You can access their contact information on the practitioner page on our website under the Our Leadership tab. So I invite you to just listen as I read our affirmation through one time, and then we'll read it together out loud. I give and receive in equal measure. I give and receive in equal measure. Oh, okay. Well, I can't look behind and look ahead at the same time. So.
You look that way and I'll talk this way. Ready to move your lips? Here we go. Life is self-supporting, always fulfilling the desires of itself, made known through my awareness.
Thank you. Teamwork makes the dream work. Okay. All right, so next week, August 3rd, we'll begin our 2-week exploration of becoming willing. Gary Hartnett will be our featured musician. So let's thank Deborah for being our host this morning. What's the matter? Oh, that's
It's supposed to be me, baby.
Just trying to do your job.
There you go. See, they say they want it and then they run away. All right, so a couple of things to wrap up. Thank you, Deborah, for being our host. Thank you. I got a couple of last-minute announcements, but before I do that, got a thank you from Vale, who is the director of Light of Truth, where we tithed our 501c3 community nonprofit tithe. She was extremely surprised and extremely grateful. She is a minister in her own right under the Johnny Coleman umbrella. And her ministry is caring for women who are recovering from addiction. And so thank you for your contribution to her. I got a text message from Jerice thanking us for the condolence card that we sent when her mother passed away. They're on a journey right now of taking her mother's ashes to her favorite place and scattering those. And she hopes to rejoin us next week, but wanted to pass on that it just really touched her heart, and thank you for that. And so now I want to make space for our beloved friend Jenny to share an update, because she's been walking through it, y'all.
Good morning. I'm happy to be here to tell you in person. Don sends his love. For those of you who don't know, I'm Jenny Robertson. My husband Don, 3 months ago, last night, was in a serious head-on collision. He has defied all expectations of those darn medical people, not of the rest of us, right? And he is able to, well, let me just say initially, I was home. I had actually spoken at his Earth Save event, but we drove separately. Went home. I didn't want to help clean up, so I went home. And he calls me about 9:30, and he says, I was in a car accident. And I said, are you okay? He goes, I think my wrist is broken. And I get there, and he's sitting on a curb, no neck brace, nothing. He's got a blanket. Somebody wrapped a blanket around him. The EMT said, we're going to take him over to GBMC. 10 minutes later, they said, we're taking him to Sinai Shock, or what they call Trauma Center. He ended up with a C2 vertebrae fracture, 8 broken ribs, a broken sternum, a punctured lung, and 2 broken bones in his wrist, his right wrist, and a lacerated liver, and a sprained ankle. A sprained ankle. His arm was broken. He was right. His wrist was broken. And he was in ICU for 6 days, and then in a ortho unit for 4, and then in rehab for about 30 days. He's been home 2 months now, almost 2 months. And every medical person who has seen him since he left rehab, even in rehab also, the first thing they say is, you don't look like your chart. And he has never had pain. There was no pain. Now, initially, he was without any kind of pain drugs for the first 3 days because he had no pain. Finally, they said, your body's registering pain, so we really need to give you a little something to get your blood pressure, because his blood pressure had spiked. And he said, okay, so he was on that. He didn't have it in rehab, and he didn't have it at home, so he still has no pain. So thank you. Thank you. First of all, thank you all for the beautiful card you sent. So many of you signed it. Some of you have sent cards on your own. Thank you for that. The love, the prayers, the treatments, the healing energy. You know, I got a ton of people in my world who do miracles, and he does too. And there's so much love, and I just about lost it on that first song this morning. I thought, this is the first time I've been in a spiritual community in 3 months, probably a little bit longer than that. I've been out on my own by myself now. This is like the 3rd time in 3 months. He's able to be home alone. There's certain things he still can't do for himself. Like, he was doing all the cooking, and he was doing all the grocery shopping, and he was doing all the vacuuming. Guess who had to pick that up? Yeah. So, and he's like, I still don't think I can slice with my right hand. And so it has been, you know, some of you know me. Mary Jane's known me for longer than my husband has, over 30 years. And some of you have known me over 20 years. And you probably know that service is a big deal for me, but I'm not a caregiver. I am not a natural caregiver. I was an amazing mother, but anybody relate to that? You're just not a natural caregiver? Man, I am just a dad-ass caregiver. That's all I can tell you. I stepped up. I'm the one you want initially if you've got to think all those appointments figured out. You want somebody to ask the right questions. You want to have an advocate. I'm that person. I handle everything. I have to-do lists that are like 10 miles long. But just being on call 24/7, that was a new thing for me. But I knew the morning after this that I had to shut down my business. I really didn't shut it down. I shut my calendar down. And 4 women from my long-term community stepped in and says, we're going to handle everything. And they've been running my meetings. They've been doing, the magazine went out. everything happened, except I haven't been there. I came to one meeting in Columbia finally when somebody came to sit with Don for a while. I'm going longer than I thought, so I just wanted to, thank you. Thank you for all the, keep them coming. He did, he was one of those neck braces that come up to here and go down to here and wrap around and go up to here in the back. That came off 3 weeks ago for a soft collar. The soft collar is now coming off for half the day, and in probably a week or where he can have it off, except when he's riding in the car or walking outside. And the cast came off finally. But he got kicked out of physical therapy and the other kinds of therapy they were doing, the, what's it called, occupational therapy. They said, we can't really, you're doing everything you're supposed to be doing. He just has to keep trying to get the motion back in his hands and watch his neck. And he's turning into a bit of a harder patient now because he wants to do things he shouldn't be doing. And I don't want to be that person who says you can't, but I am. It's like, you heard them say you can't pick up more than 5 pounds, right? Yeah, but my hand is okay. I'm doing it with my other hand. It's not your hand, it's your neck. It's your neck you got to watch. And so it's that vigilance. And I will tell you, I'm really tired. I'm bone tired, if that makes sense. But this is the most sacred experience I have ever had. I haven't had much. I've had very little death in my life. I've had very, very little unexpected death in my life. I've lived a very blessed life, very little trauma. It's just been a really great life. And so this, for me, was like the first experience I'd ever had of something like this, because I didn't think I could stand up after I saw the car. I saw the car at the accident site because I went there, but when I saw it in the yard after they towed it and really looked at it, he probably shouldn't have walked away from that. The dash came in 18 inches, you can imagine. But somebody helped him out of the car, and he got out of the car. So it's a sacred, it's a sacred, I can't think of the word I'm looking for. Sacred mission, sacred care. It's expanded my life beautifully. It's also given me even more of an idea of what's most important. Talking about letting go of the shore, man, I'm letting go of more than the shore these days. So thank you for listening to this. I really appreciate it. I want some hugs. I want to give some hugs. And thank you so much. And I just want to also say thank you for the Light of Truth Center donation, because those of you who know me know I have volunteered with that organization for over 22 years. And Bill Leonard is one of my dearest, dearest friends. So it's such an amazing organization. Thank you for tithing to them. I really appreciate it. So.
Do you get how life is self-supporting, and that even in the seeming trauma, there's blessings? That's the self-supporting life. You just can't get away from it, folks. All right, couple of announcements before we do our closing song. Go the other way, Rafe. Okay. So we've made some changes around the visioning. And without going into too much detail, we are making those changes because we had someone who's not even connected with the community show up at a congregant's home because they did their own research to find the address. So they showed up when visioning wasn't even happening, and they showed up with their own agenda, wanting us to partner with them for their vision for something we're not going to align with. Let me just leave it at that. Wow. The things they don't tell you about in ministerial school. But that happen regularly. Folks, people being people-y. There you go. So, we're still doing the visioning. Deborah is still spearheading that. If you are interested in participating in visioning for the center, either in person or online, reach out to Deborah directly. And she will put you on the list, and you will be part of the communication loop about when they happen and where they happen and all of that. But we will not be putting that out publicly at this point. Because while it was amusing for all of us, there's just sometimes we have to make adjustments. Okay. The Peace and Wellness Festival is happening as far as we know. That's had some hiccups. So it is definitely. We definitely have a go. Good. So October 11th. So here's the thing. If you own a business, great place to advertise as a sponsor. Depending on your business, it might be a great place for you to be a vendor. If you care about peace and wellness and our community, great place for you to be a donor because this is a fundraising event. So there's information back on the table about all of those things. There's vendor information, sponsorship information, donor information. It's also available on the website. It's also available by talking to Robin Fahrenholt or myself. So please, let's make this happen. We're paying for half of producing the festival, so the first several $1,000s will go to paying for it. And so we really need to make an effort. If you know somebody that has a business, talk to them, invite them to do this. Make sure you let us know who you're talking to so we can put them on the master list so that when they sign up, we get credit for it because that's how we make the fundraising money, okay? So, there's that. Okay, that's it. So, thank you, everybody. Remember that little box back there, okay? You just heard somebody share how meaningful it is to get those cards. If there's somebody in this community that you haven't seen for a while, there are cards over there where you can write them a note, seal it up, put it in the envelope. If you don't have their address, no problem. You do need their name. Put that on the outside of the envelope. I can do the rest in terms of researching their address. If you feel inclined, you can write a thank you note or just a caring note to anyone in our online community, whether you know them or not, and I will pick somebody from the online community to send it to. It's just another way to build relationship and make connections beyond the walls of this room. So those are available. We take care of the stamp for you. All you got to do is write a note. Okay. So now our call to action this month, I'm stepping out. So before we actually sing this is what you're singing about. Because sometimes we just sing words without ever thinking about what we're singing. Singing. Well, I got all Southern there. So here's the thing. I'm stepping out into a world of possibility. I'm stepping out into a whole new way to live. There's so much waiting for me. The path is clear before me. I've got so much that I have yet to give. I'm stepping out and I'm committing to integrity. Are you? You might not want to sing that if you're not, because law's going to hear it, whether you mean it or not. And you will have opportunities to be in integrity. That's just how it works. I'm stepping out, releasing every fear and doubt. The road just keeps on turning. At every turn, I'm learning. I'm learning what this life is all about. I'm stepping out. There's your call to action. Here we go. I invite you to stand, get some energy in it, sing it like you mean it until you do. I'm stepping out into a world of possibility. I'm stepping out into a whole new way to live. There's so much waiting for me. The path is clear before me. I've got so much that I have yet to give. stepping out and I'm committed to integrity. I'm stepping out, releasing every fear and doubt. The road just keeps on turning. Every turn I'm learning what this life is all about. I'm stepping out. One more time through. I'm stepping out into a world of possibility. I'm stepping out into a whole new way to live. There's so much waiting for me. The path is clear before me. I've got so much that I have yet to give. I'm stepping out and I'm committed to integrity. I'm stepping out, releasing every fear and doubt. The road just keeps on turning. At every turn I'm learning what this life is all about. I'm stepping out. I'm stepping out. What are you doing? I'm stepping out. Have a great week.
Living Spirit, I am grateful. Loving Spirit, I am free. So many gifts upon my table, loving kindnesses to me. Living Spirit, I am grateful, loving Spirit, for the way, for this rich, abundant living every single day. And I give thanks for the knowing. I give thanks for the way your love is overflowing every time I pray. And I thank you, God, for one good day. Living Spirit, I am grateful. Loving Spirit, I am free. So many gifts upon my table,